Welcome to Unscripted Coding. Today we are playing around with Stable Diffusion. If you've been living under a rock, it is the new text-to-image AI model. It allows you to change prompts or text into beautiful images of whatever you're describing. So I did this a couple minutes before this video. It is a number of images of a city of Atlantis. And the AI tried to fill it out as best it can. You may have seen all sorts of images lately on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever, because it's really given people power to create new images, new memes, new art, all through just some simple guided prompts. So, I have actually done a video of this a little while before, right when Stable Diffusion came out. And at that time, it was difficult to create and actually use Stable Diffusion. Even though it was open source, you still had to know what you were doing. The documentation, the instructions weren't perfect. There were lots and lots of steps for you to follow. Now, it's been a couple weeks, and there have obviously been pretty profound shifts, lots of people interested, and so there are all sorts of new tools cropping up. On one end, there's things that are really, really cool. So I've seen plugins for Photoshop, for Unity, for different engines, so that you can start using this to create and to add to your workflow if you are an artist, if you build games, if you need them as assets in your programs and apps, lots and lots of these things. But the other thing is that it theoretically should have gotten easier. So I've seen projects like this one, Stable Diffusion UI, where it's a one-click installer. In theory, you download this, double-click it, and wait it out for it to download everything, and then you are good to go. And that's where I was hoping to go with this video. I started looking at a couple different user interfaces. This one is, it looks all right, but it looks not great. And then there are others that just look a lot more modern. This is one that's similar to the one I was looking at before, but it seems to be pretty often updated. Now, the one that was suggested to me was Invoke AI. And what you need to know is I spent the last half hour, 45 minutes trying to get this working, and I just kept hitting errors. And in particular, this one, because of a poorly installed Torch package. So this is related to the drivers that NVIDIA has. I'm not sure what the deal is. I like the interface a lot, but I just can't generate an image from it. So I'm going to try something else, but the warning here is, even though it has gotten simpler, it hasn't necessarily gotten super easy. So if you need something really, really one-clicky, maybe give this one a try, Stable Diffusion UI. Maybe give it a try, it might work. I was looking for a nicer interface, and some of these have pretty straightforward instructions as well, much easier than before. I'm going to go with this one because I think it looks to be very much updated. The last pushes were 10 hours ago, 13 hours ago, 8 hours ago. Even though it's not as pretty, it looks like it keeps all of those extra features that might be trimmed off in your one-click solution. So, we're going to get started. And we're here, and I even ran a little bit of a prompt to see a medieval city. Pretty cool looking, very bluish. For those of you with really keen eagle eyes, you'll have noticed that I hit an error before just swapping off to the screen, getting it all worked out. I had to restart my computer and try and get it working. I don't want to bore you with the details, but in case somebody hits the same error, I had multiple versions of NVIDIA CUDA installed on my computer, and one of the issues was the fact that I didn't install CUDNN, however you pronounce it, for version 10.1, which is whatever reason the one Stable Diffusion was pointing towards here. It's an older version, so I didn't install it. And what I had to do was just download the DLLs, download CUDNN, which includes the DLLs, drop it in, and everything start working like clockwork again. I will be going back to get Invoke AI working as well, because I think it's the exact same issue. But long story short, make sure you install the DLL for every version of CUDA you have installed, and you should be able to get it working if you run into the whole DLL issue as well. Okay, enough of that. What I want to say is, in hindsight, I think all of these should work fairly easily for the average user. If you just went and did the one-click installation for this web GUI, you are going to get 90-95% of the way there. This one had a bit of an error with fonts. Again, it might be something specific to me, but it was very quick to fix. And get it running. Try all of this out. I'm very excited to see how all of these different methods, all of these things work. So thanks for watching. I think I'm going to do a follow-up now that I have both Invoke AI and this installed, that I might have a bunch of different GUIs just side by side to see what they can do. Keep in mind, of course, that my computer's pretty slow, so probably not a real-time, not the most fair or efficient comparison, but it'll be fun to see what you can do with a bit of good organization, good user experience design. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next video.